I had to share this information. I managed to park from the first time. This is the first parking lot that I found near the cafe that we're going to have a breakfast today, and I managed to park. That's a great news. So I can consider myself lucky today. Today I planned to meet a friend I hadn't seen in almost a year. We chose a new breakfast spot in the center of Kyiv, and I was surprised to find the city nearly empty. Only after parking did I realize, well, of course, it's Easter, so most people were probably either celebrating at home or had left the city to visit family. And a few hours later, we figured out where everyone had gone. We drove to Pyrohiv, a village just outside Kyiv with a huge open-air museum. The territory is massive. The museum displays traditional houses from various centuries and areas of Ukraine. It was such a beautiful way to reconnect with our culture. We visited an old school and saw a vintage map of Kyiv region. I felt unexpectedly emotional when I spotted the name of my hometown, especially because it no longer belongs to Kyiv region. But seeing it here in an old map made me feel like a small part of our history was still preserved.
Ти будеш з зав'язаними очима. Давай ти зараз будеш нас шукати. З ложками вже є.
I kept wondering how big families once lived in such a tiny houses. It made me feel extremely grateful for the times I was born into. Later, we arrived at the wooden church, the place where earlier that morning people gathered with their Easter baskets, not only to bless the food, but also to receive blessings themselves, following a long standing tradition. Our final destination was the area representing western Ukraine, mainly the Carpathians. The scenery truly made me feel like I was somewhere high up in the mountains. I couldn't leave without checking out the handmade ragdolls. They were created by the local women and are believed to hold symbolic power for love, health, and prosperity. On our way back, we passed by traditional houses from central Ukraine. It was a perfect closing note to the visit, especially since those reminded me of my hometown.